Looking for anything special, or just looking?
Well, I'm curious what can be done with a Sega controller to get it to work on something that's not a Sega.
Which one? Which system?
Maybe a GameCube adapter on one end or a Wii adapter.
I think there are some adapters. I don't have anything like that, but there are some that would let you do that. You'd probably just have to do a search online to find correct ones.
Which I did, as you can guess, I did that already. I did find some from some company called RAFnet. But
I haven't heard of that company.
They're out of country. My bank doesn't fit whenever I order anything out of the country. They refuse it, then I'll have to call them and tell them it was legit, then I'll have to do it again, and it's just the way their security system is.
Hey, what's up, Delph?
If they had a USA seller, it'd be a little different, but...
Yeah, I'm shocked you can't find one from the USA seller.
If Sony ever got their act together and made a legit system with games added to it.
What was that?
And the ones that they, or not Sony, Sega, the ones they have made had 40 arcade games on there.
Oh, you talk about like the Sega, the At Games ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of generic. The latest one's not too bad.
Which was, maybe it was a flashback, maybe that was the newest one.
Yeah.
I looked up reviews on that though. People are having all kinds of problems with it. They said the controllers that come with it are worthless.
Yeah, the good thing about that one though is you can plug in real controllers. So.
Yeah, there was one of them they said you could plug in your own controllers.
Yeah.
Then they said the menus kept freezing up or something.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, those things are okay, but they are like an off-brand thing. So.
Yeah.
It's always best kind of to get the official things, but I don't know. I actually prefer playing on the Retron 5 when I play Genesis. So.
You know, what was with the Retron 5? There was something really wrong with that. That's just been revealed recently.
No, I think they're great. What people don't like about them is that it doesn't play directly off the cartridge. It copies the cartridge into memory and plays it out of memory. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not a purist, so I really don't care as long as the game plays good and it looks good.
I think there was something else, too.
Some people don't like that. I love mine. I play it all the time.
Won't do repros. I remember I ran across that.
No, well, it does some, but it's not going to do multi-cartridges and stuff like that. That's because that's how it operates. Because it copies that into memory, and a lot of the repros and the multi-carts screw with that. But there is a Super Retro Trio that plays them correctly. There is a newer one coming out that does it in HD, but it's not quite out yet. So if you want HD, I would wait for that one.
There's money in the retro business, you know, but they got to bundle it together. They can't sell those individual games anymore. They're just too small, too short.
Yeah, a lot of those multi-carts are popular nowadays.
Does this one have games on it too?
No, this is just a Nintendo,
Okay.
but it does HDMI out. So yeah. No, those are pretty cool. That's the Retron HD.
And what they have done with some of the classic systems you could have only dreamed of back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They've done a good job with it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That might be the end of it, though. People saying they don't think it's possible with the Nintendo 64. So have to wait and see.
There'll be a Nintendo 64 off-brand. The patent just wore out this year, so give them some time.
They can't emulate it on the computer, though. The games run awful. Good example is Mario 64. You know the menus where you pick your save file?
Depends on the emulator. Some of the emulators run them real well.
Well, there's a handful of games that can run, but there's more than half of them won't even run at all. And most of them have bugs and errors. I've got lists of the games and the problems they've had with them. And
yeah. I don't know. They run pretty good for me, but there's an occasional game that has an error. But I'm sure they'll have it figured out soon.
There's a program for the Wii called Not 64, and that can do a decent job. But even that has lists of errors a mile long. And the original one that they made, the Wii 64, is terrible. You can sit there at the menu of like a Mario 64 game, take your thumb out the controls, and they'll just start bouncing all over the place. And you know you can't control a game when the controls can move on their own.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. I'd like to be proven wrong. You know, maybe they can make something and put games on it, and then we'll modify it and put more games on it.
Yeah.
But I think what they could have a market for, even though people that can do it modified their systems, is to resell the NES and SNES classics with different game sets. I think they could make money doing that.
They probably could. I doubt they will, though.
Licenses and
Yeah.
their fallout with Rare, as much money as Nintendo claims they have, they should find a way to buy that back.
Yeah, Microsoft won't sell them back.
I've had a 360 for a while. I'm against paying to play online, but I set up with their account so I could get patches for my games.
Yeah.
It's amazing, as horrible as the Microsoft network is, that it ever survived with the PlayStation Network functioning like it does.
Xbox Live's done pretty well, I think.
It took me 5 minutes to set up a PlayStation account. It took me about 2 hours to do it with an Xbox.
Yeah, they do ask for a lot more stuff on Xbox.
They wouldn't let me use my own email.
Yeah, it didn't always used to be that way.
They picked their own username for me, and they wouldn't even let me change that till after about an hour of fighting with them.
Most good usernames have been taken.
I had 5 different error codes of a string of numbers. I had to look each one of them up on Google and sort them out one at a time. They're like, wow, most people aren't going to have the patience to fight with this like this. It's failure of a setup. But coming from Microsoft, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
I can't believe anybody'd ever pay for a network like that.
ccgames. Nope. Hold on a second, let me check. So what all are you guys playing on here?
Last night was the State of the Union.
Yep, I saw it. Saw parts of
Today,
it.
Train hauling Republicans to some kind of resort took out a garbage truck.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Someone's gonna make some kind of comment. I'm waiting to see it. Maybe they have already. Which I'm actually for Republicans right now, but it's just easy setup for a joke. You know, they're gonna make some kind of joke about taking out the trash.
I think the garbage man died.
Yeah, that is true. Be interesting to see why it happened. They must have got stuck on the tracks or something.
Yeah, or tried to beat the train across the tracks.
The acceleration they got on those things, there's no way they would have won. The three of these have two prices on them. I'm curious as to which one you're going to go by.
Whatever's the cheapest.
Okay. That's probably just a typo in the ones that say 11 in the corner.
Oh, yeah, it was...
And that one does have two prices.
Somebody screwed up on these. Let me double check them.
Alright. I probably hit one twice.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they're $1.99, so...
Yeah, I'll take all those.
Alright.
Really, buy three, get one free or anything like that going?
Not at the moment.
Just 20%?
Just the 20% off, yep. If you hear me randomly talking up here, it's because I'm talking to people online. Don't think I'm crazy.
Okay.
No, it's not a silent stream. I'm just busy doing work. Yes, it's a brick without internet access. Yep. You can't do anything until you update it. Yeah. There's a lot of people around here that buy Xbox Ones, and then they get mad because they don't have internet. And there's nothing they can do unless you update it. So half the time it really sucks because they'll come back here and me being a nice guy, I'll update it for them, but it takes a while and it's a pain in the butt because you got to create an account, and it just sucks. Let's just say that. Microsoft does not make it easy to create an account anymore, especially if you don't have a credit card. It's like really, really difficult to get around not having a credit card as well. You can do it, but it's not worth it almost. So you almost definitely need a credit card and internet access. Chad, there's a lot of people that don't have internet access. You'd be surprised. That's part of the reason the PlayStation 4 sells so well. I mean, obviously everybody on here has internet access that's watching this stream, but the majority of the world does not have their systems online. That's why it's kind of stupid to go digital only. They ask for credit card information just in case you want to buy anything, just as part of setting up an account. You can get around it, but I'm not even going to explain how to do it because it's a pain in the butt. Yeah. It was a bad decision. It's part of the reason why Microsoft's only sold not even half as many Xbox Ones as PS4s. That's one of the reasons. PS4 you can play right out of the box. DMK, it is close, yes. Yeah, you can buy like pre-purchase cards for buying stuff, yeah. But just to create an account, just trust me, try to create an account. Your best bet, honestly, is to create an account on X. If you want to get around the credit card thing, it's easier if you create an account. You have to do it. You have to create an account online, do it on your computer first, and then plus it's much easier to type in like all the information. Do it on your computer first, and then just when it asks you if you have an account, use that account. Yeah, if you have an account from your 360, you can transfer that. You'll be good then. Anybody streaming right now? Should probably sign into mine. Yeah, oh well.
See out here, you wouldn't have a Modern Warfare 3 for the 360.
I'm all out. I sold out earlier today. Nerdy will be on at 7. I might have to check him out. Chad, I agree with you. I have done that in the past, but probably isn't a good time to do that. Mr. Puff and stuff, yep. What are those? I forgot about that trend. That was pretty funny back in the day. That wasn't that long ago. Do you guys, I know I talked about this yesterday, but Microsoft, the big rumor is Microsoft's thinking about buying Valve and EA. That would be crazy. Actually, I've been predicting, if you guys have listened to my channel for a while, I've been predicting that Microsoft's getting out of the console business. And that would be their way out, because they really want to control the PC market. Microsoft would rather compete in the PC market. And if they bought Valve and EA, they would pretty much have a monopoly on the PC market. So far, these, which are about $10 altogether. It wouldn't be DMK, that it wouldn't be a straight monopoly. They would only control the PC market. There's still going to be Sony and Nintendo selling games, and there's other companies selling games, so they wouldn't have a monopoly on video games. They would just control the market on PC. But what would be funny, and a lot of people would lose, if that ever happens, people would lose their minds, because it wouldn't be long until Microsoft would make PC gamers pay Xbox Live, pay for Xbox Live. Yeah, if you create an account on Xbox One, it'll ask for credit card information. If you already have an account, just transfer it. But you can get around it if you create an account on your computer. And then when it asks you for an account, say you already have one. It would be DMK, but I'm just telling you, mark my words, I'm usually right on these types of things. I've been saying for a long time, I think Microsoft's getting out of the console business. And if they do make another system, it won't really be a console. It'll be more of a PC in a box. It'll be like a dumb, like Steam Box was. Thank God, some of the people. How's it going?
What's going on, man?
You guys need help at all? All right.
Did you put in PUBG release for Xbox One?
We actually sell the code in a box because it doesn't exist physically, but you can get it.
Yeah. Really? I played on PC, so I'm assuming
It's
not at all different.
it's pretty much the same. It's
They have
not quite
updates
as
have been
good at
different.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not quite as good on as it is on PC.
I think they're actually going to change that soon because I think they want to do multi-platforming.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what they're working on right now. But it's going to be really tough because
man, the PC people are just going to destroy the people on
Well,
Xbox.
yeah, they will.
Yeah.
It's just a matter. Well, no, because I disagree. I actually think that if you really want to be as good as people on the PC, you can be because Minecraft now does cross-platforming, where you can play. Anybody can play with anybody, but it allows you to plug in the mouse and keyboard.
My reason why, even if you had mouse and keyboard, I could see it, but the thing is, it runs at a pretty low frame rate on the Xbox One,
Right.
and the people on PC would have.
Well,
higher
Xbox
frame
One
rates.
X, they'll probably make it Xbox One X compatible, which means it would be running at 60 frames probably.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that'd be
for
great.
originally
Yeah.
Xbox One, yeah.
Just people would be getting higher frame rates, and it'd be running smoother
like
for them.
Fortnite runs like extremely slow on an Xbox One. Like I can run 140 FPS on Fortnite. Like
Right.
it's ridiculously fast.
Yeah, you're just
there's
gonna
no
have.
point in that, but I mean,
Yeah, but you get the
after
point.
60,
Yeah, I think after 60, it's kind of overkill.
Like,
but
like scientifically, 60. The reason people people can make
Yeah.
it past 60, but the reason they don't is because your eye doesn't see past 60.
yeah, no, I agree with you. I was just like right now, PUBG's running around 30 on the consoles.
Right.
So
That's usually where things run. Yeah.
yeah, and it's you can get it much better on the PC. So it's gonna be easier to
It's
aim and
only
stuff
bad
on the
once
PC.
when you have it in both games. I was playing Halo 5 ran 60 frames, but they had a mechanic in the game, coding mechanic.
Do you sell your Halo set? Your Master Chief Collection?
No, I'd sell it. I'm gonna buy it again soon because I'm gonna start building up collections again. But they had a mechanic in the game where if a enemy got too far away, or if anything that was the enemy would get too far away from you, it dropped the FPS. The reason they did that is because they wanted to keep the FPS at 60 instead of moving it.
Right.
And so you'll see things in the back, like far in the distance, going at 30 frames, which is normal for most games. But when you're watching it next to everything going 60, it looks like freaking Doom, like because it's that bad. But so
That's cool.
Did you ever play the Call of Duty Remastered? Is that any good?
no, I don't play the Call of Duties anymore. I heard the
Well,
new one's
I-
actually pretty good.
I
though.
would-
That one's pretty good. The remastered
I
is
wouldn't
good.
touch a new Call of Duty, but the,
It's just the old one. The graphics are awesome on
I was,
it.
yeah, I
So.
was just curious how the remastered thing.
Yeah, they did a good job. You know what's funny is when that came out, most people got the game to get the remastered one.
Oh, yeah.
Not
That's what I would have done.
yeah.
You know what game is really good? Dying Light. That game was great.
Dying Light is a great game.
I have not played the expansion yet.
Expansion takes place literally seconds after the first one ends.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just bigger and better.
yeah, I know.
If you like the first one, you'd love
I
the second
know,
one.
I know. I need to get.
We gotta play Dead by Daylight.
That's one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
So
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
That game sucks. If I remember it correctly. Wait, which
Might
oh,
be-
is this the serial killer one?
Yeah, you can play as different serial killers,
No, I've
or you
heard
can
mixed-
play.
it's basically just like Friday the 13th, but it's
Right, but it's for console and it's
And there's
'cause
more.
Friday the 13th
I think there's more characters.
Friday the 13th's on Xbox as
Oh,
well.
is it?
But yeah, it's the same thing, but it's got like Michael Myers and stuff.
Do you have the Connect adapter for Xbox One X?
I wish I did. I had them back in December. Now they're going for crazy amounts.
It's because you know why? It's
You
'cause-
can't get them anymore.
No,
Yeah.
it's because people are pissed that they took off. I think Microsoft misunderstood how much people actually like the Kinect. I think people like the voice command of the Kinect so much, and now that they got rid of it because they didn't think anybody liked it. So the Xbox One X, they don't have a port for it.
Yeah, I can't even sell Kinects at $15 now
Really?
Wow.
for the Xbox One. We sell them for $15, and
What do you sell used Xbox One for?
it depends which ones I have. The only one I have at the moment, I have one of the older ones, but it's a terabyte and it's the Halo model, and it's $219.
It's a terabyte though. That's why.
Yeah, it's the terabyte, and it's the Halo one. So,
I have a terabyte, but
but it just depends. Like the S's are cheaper usually. And,
wow.
no, well the old ones are usually cheaper if it's the 500 gig, just the base model, but it's the Halo 1 terabyte model, so it's worth a little more. So
I just that'd be a fun game. Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Evil Within 2's out.
That's a good game.
I bought. Okay, it's the funny thing. I bought Evil Within. Didn't even unwrap it,
You sold it.
and I sold it because I kept telling myself I was gonna get around to playing it. I just never did.
It sat in our like box when we had that box of games that we just shared, and I was gonna play it so many times that I'm like, oh, he hasn't opened it yet. I'm not gonna be the one to open it.
Oh man, this game could have been so good.
Which one is it?
Homefront Revolution.
The first Homefront I loved.
First Homefront was okay.
The people that made that's different though than who made the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
And that one was just bad.
You know why? This just says how great of a game this is.
It's an awesome
It's
game.
still $59.99.
Yeah, it goes up and down. It like sometimes it'll be 40. I've never seen it cheaper than I think around Black Friday it was like 30. It was the cheapest I've ever seen it, but it'll go on sale for 40. Then it'll be back to 50. Yeah, it's almost 8 years old now.
I've played that game so much.
Rainbow Six Siege.
I'm shocked by now they don't give the multiplayer away for free, and because they make so much money in. Well, you got to have the game, so you don't got to pay for the multiplayer, but they make a ton of money with people buying stuff for in game.
Fallout 4.
It's Skyrim, but in the future, man.
I know. It's amazing.
And it's Game of the Year edition. It has all the DLCs.
God, why is it so cheap?
Because it's gone down in price because they've released it 4 times like they did Skyrim.
Yeah, and they came out the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
And
So it's.
Or I could just.
I mean, they're working on their next game, which should, I hope they're working on
Or I
a
could
new
just
Elder Scrolls,
I'm sure
buy
they are.
Skyrim Remastered.
or they're working on the Fallout. Who knows? I really, yeah. But why would you buy Skyrim again?
Because I love that game.
That game was good, but I mean, it wasn't Oblivion good.
I actually bought it again, but for the Switch,
I'm
so I could have a
A
portable
portable.
version.
I get hooked on games that I can play like thousands of hours on.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like free world games. Fallout's like that.
Hence why I played RuneScape for 17 years.
I still play Grand Theft Auto, and people still play Counter Strike, which it just blows my mind away. You know that game is 20 years old
Yeah,
next year.
straight up.
It's one of like the,
People still play Team Fortress.
I don't know.
Counter-Strike is like one of the most competitive computer games out there.
I can't play it anymore.
Unreal is also 20 years old this year. There's a lot of people playing that still.
Which one?
Unreal.
Oh yeah.
The original Unreal.
Oh, Tournament. Unreal Tournament.
Before Tournament. There was actually an Unreal before Tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, was it just called Unreal?
Yeah.
That's back. That's back before.
98.
That's back before
I can't play Counter-Strike
Epic
anymore.
Games got big and
Yeah.
I've never played
started
Counter-Strike,
making it.
probably never will.
That's back before they started sourcing their engine out to everybody who wanted it.
That's where the engine came from.
Exactly, the Unreal Engine is
Biggest
like
letdown
the
ever
staple
is
for
when I
video
bought
games now.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 and was
Oh.
so excited, and then I put it in one time,
Oh, that's like one of the worst games ever made.
and I turned around and went back and sold it. And I actually was a little irritated with the person who let me buy it because they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a great game. Spend $60 on it."
That's one of the worst games ever made.
No game will ever beat Tony Hawk Underground.
That's what I thought it was gonna be like.
Not Underground 2 was just wasn't as good
The
either.
problem with Tony Hawk 5 is they kind of realized that their license with Tony Hawk was about to run out, and they had to rush to put something together.
I thought I was
And
playing
they
a Game Boy Advance game.
pretty much just took old code and tried to make it work on the new. It's just a giant cluster.
I'm probably just gonna buy Minecraft. like
It's just a
always.
mess.
Do you know how many times I've bought Minecraft?
You're
Minecraft's
actually
a great game.
probably you need to get, but you need to get the new version. So
Doesn't it? You can use right here, Minecraft. It doesn't work.
which one?
Minecraft.
Those ones there.
This is new.
What's the difference between that and the other one?
This is Minecraft. There's the Minecraft Xbox One edition, which is no longer available.
Did you
What?
did you ever buy Minecraft for your 360 like digitally or anything?
Yep, I bought it digitally, and then I bought it for the Xbox One,
You
and
can
then
transfer it. To the
I know, no, well, yeah, well, the Xbox One, you get it for Xbox 360, and then I got it for the Xbox One, but yeah, it allows you to transfer it if you owned it previously,
Got it.
and then it allows you to transfer from the Xbox One edition to the all platforms version.
I bought it on PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, computer, and my PC.
I don't even want to know how many times I've rebought a Mario game as well. So
That's,
Dude, I need to play all the Wolfenstein games.
those are good.
The newest one I heard is amazing.
It
It got
is.
so many awards.
do you remember
Really
the game
good.
Return of Castle Wolfenstein?
What was it?
Yeah, the Wolfenstein games?
No, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It's like an old,
Yeah.
old PC
that game was amazing online.
People
I-
still play it, dude. They have like 8 players a day, granted.
Oh
but, like,
God, I wish I used to play that like religiously.
Yeah.
I love that game.
I
It was one of the
remember
first
it.
games too. It had classes. You have like an engineer, and you have
This is seriously only $27.
Yeah, and actually it's 20% off at the moment.
Dude, I heard this game was amazing. Or was I wrong?
It is. It's a good game.
This is like if you were ever a Resident Evil fan, like back in the day, this is about as close as you're gonna get to like original Resident Evil games because they went back to it. It's $27.99, but it's like while the other Resident Evil games kind of turned into like just shooters. This one turns it back into this is it just takes all place in a house.
Yeah, it's more like of a suspenseful one.
Which is what the old ones were.
Right.
More horror and more
Yeah.
suspense than
than
shooting. Yeah. That's how Dead Space was. I wish Dead Space would have stayed.
Did you talk to your brother about the Xbox?
What's that? Oh, I'll let you know. It's from my church.
I thought it was an Xbox One shirt.
No, that'd be sweet.
SOCOM, yeah, SOCOM would be a good one.
What?
Are you connected to it? Are you attached?
What, my Xbox?
Yeah.
How? I have an Xbox One X. Why would I have an Xbox? My Xbox can run like 60 frames per second. It's faster. Like computing wise, it's just more powerful.
Because I mean, it's.
I remember when the Dynasty Warrior games were good.
I would love to.
Are they bad now?
They just haven't changed. They haven't evolved. They're the same game over and over and over.
Yeah, they are.
Dynasty Warrior 8.
Yeah, no, they're on like Dynasty Warrior like 16 now.
Now what they're doing is like they've been making like a lot of Nintendo games, so they make like the Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, it's Hyrule Warriors.
And
Yeah.
they just did a Fire Emblem one.
Yeah, and they also did Gundam before,
Yeah, so
which is sweet, right? That's awesome.
I actually liked the.
I heard the Hyrule Warrior was
Warriors.
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did like that one.
Xbox 360s, man. It takes you back.
No. I won't know until tomorrow.
Did you know that they're
I gotta make sure.
they actually updated
She's got it.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion for
Well, I mean,
for Xbox One?
That doesn't. surprise
I don't.
me.
I mean,
How excited are you?
tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I'm excited because I'm gonna play the game, but like I'm not like super. I'm not like passing out excited because it's not really a reboot. It's more of just a they re-rendered it and made it 60 frames. Like they didn't do anything else besides that, which
Yeah.
is okay. But I really wish instead of making 12 Skyrims, they should have done an Oblivion remake. Is what they should have done.
I wish they would just make a Skyrim type game, a new one, but
I
where you
don't
can
care
do
if I'm
4
losing.
people, just multiplayer. I don't need.
Well,
I don't need
that wasn't in
Elder
there, and that's
Scrolls
like
Online.
Like
They're-
party system, pretty much.
yeah. The problem is that they want their, and I understand it. Like a lot of people want that,
I was actually gonna
but they would have, but you would have to have restrictions on it, and that makes it unfun.
It's
Like
not a very.
because I personally
there is
understand
some
because they want their
but
their campaigns to be ran
it's not.
in a way that's meant to be centered around one chosen person. That's what all Elder Scrolls are about. It's
Yeah.
about the chosen person doing something. So when you say, "Oh, well, there's multiple chosen people," it's like, really? Like you're just gonna do that for this? I'd much rather lore
They
stay
could have a
intact
party
than-
leader, and it just everything revolves around him, and the other people are just part of the party or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
You can
I
figure
understand
it
what
out.
you're saying. Like, and I caught myself doing that too a lot. But then I was like, you know, I think it'd be really good for Fallout more than the Elder Scrolls, in my opinion.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because at that point, it's not really about somebody being chosen. You're just some dude, right? I mean, so, but
Fallout, they just need to get some vehicles in Fallout.
No, I won't. I mean, it would.
yeah,
I
they
think it's
do.
hilarious with Fallout. You can make all these guns.
Robots and stuff.
Nobody can get even like a bicycle working.
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't bother me. I just think it's funny.
No, their game mechanics just haven't
or a
ever
motor-
worked with
a
it before.
motorcycle.
Yeah, they've never worked with it before.
Yeah.
I think they will. I mean, now that I think they've worked with mounting dragons, and I think that you think that their mechanics with being able to mount a horse would be relatively more similar to that. But I think the problem would be like maneuvering around rough terrain, like the physics behind that would be really hard for them to code.
I'm sure they've probably experimented with it.
Right, and they may in the future.
Yeah.
But I don't care about that. I just want another Elder Scrolls, and I just want it to happen soon.
So I read a 20-year-old game, or close to it, is still $50.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason it's that much, is because of how old it is.
It keeps going up too. Like
I still have mine.
Do you have Frog Jumper? Is that what it's called?
What is it?
Frogger. That's like the hardest game to find, and nobody likes it, but it's just.
Actually, I like Frogger.
No, don't lie.
I like the arcade version. I don't
God,
know.
you still have like actual box sets.
Froggers.
Game Boy Advance, like
Frogger's
sealed
Journey.
boxes.
Oh, Frogger's Journey, that sucks.
That's the same.
I remember
It's
being
not
a
the same.
kid, and these like when these like started to go out,
Mhm.
they had like you would buy DVDs at Walmart in like the giant bins.
Right.
I remember digging through them for Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Yeah, the Frogger Adventure or whatever you're talking about, that game kind of sucks. But the Frogger arcade game, that was
No,
a great
I don't
game.
think it's called Frogger.
I still like buying out of these.
Yeah, all the time. Especially in the summertime when tourists are around. We get a ton, we sell a ton of the old stuff. I guess I don't have a Frogger at the moment.
We got Yu-Gi-Oh. Time's practice. What time are we going?
I don't know.
Like how early?
I think it's just like an hour.
But I gotta go to Bassett's first.
What are you gonna go best for?
I gotta drop off tickets.
Yeah, no Frogger.
Okay.
Halo Wars 2.
Dude, worst game in the world. Halo Wars 2 was the biggest disappointment of my entire life. Because the whole reason I wanted to get Halo Wars 2 was because Halo Wars 1 was just full of rushers. That's all people did, was they just rushed. I was like, there has to be a way that they can get around that. And they didn't. And everybody just continued to do it, and I got so angry with it. And they kind of even promoted it. And it's just like, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Probably not tonight, but we will be back.
It's a lead killer guy. He keeps turning, but he also keeps dying. Like my body, my chicken walker body right now. It's not amazing. This is way fucking bad. I'm missing all my shots.
Where's the music? I usually don't play music when I'm streaming because I get copyright. I'll hit with copyright.
At least you speak multiple languages. I can't even do that, so don't worry about your language. All my other languages are not even existent, so I can't have a family.
Yeah.
I can't even speak it.
Let's see what comments. I don't think I missed any comments. They should make a new SOCOM. I heard that. Delve, you still in here? She's probably getting ready to watch Nerdy. It's been an hour. Just send you the new Marvel Lego Supers. I was sending free games out yesterday. You missed it, Jason. Gonna go Grand Theft Auto.
Still say it's one of the best games they ever made.
Yeah, it's a good one.
For what they made it for, anyway.
All right, all those come to $38.92.
Good deal for all those games.
Yeah. sticker. See, let me grab a bag. Splinter Cell games are cool. There you go.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you. Oh my god. I thought I was gonna yak. Hold on.
And I hit the roll button and just
God. Holy shit. That dude hadn't showered in about a month. I thought I was gonna throw up there for a second.
oh, I didn't go to the range.
Man, honestly, how do people do that, man? Don't you smell yourself? Like, I can't stand when I smell. I don't understand. Like, do their noses not work? Like, seriously. I used to joke that I'm gonna invent something that, like, whenever you open the door, it like sprays you with shit so that you don't stink when you come in. That's unreal. And my business partner used to get mad at me. Sometimes we had one guy that used to come in, and oh my god, he was so bad that I used to just start spraying while he was in the store, and my business partner would get mad. I'm like, I don't care, man. I don't want people thinking I stink. It's me. And the one day I just kicked him out. I couldn't take it because he was in the store and there was nobody in here, so I kind of let him go. But then somebody came in and I saw him like, oh, it stinks in here, and they left. I went and kicked him out. I'm like, dude, you got to go. And he's like, why? I go, because you have a smell to you, and other people are leaving because you're in here. You're costing me business. He never came back. I don't care. I was glad. It was the best decision I ever made. How do people do that? I mean, how do you not smell yourself? Like, people are nasty. It's so disgusting, and it's so inconsiderate to everybody else. They get used to their smell. I don't know how you could ever get used to that. I really don't. I mean, literally, it makes me gag.
No, we didn't get that. Oh my god. I thought
I'm sorry if you don't bathe, go bathe.
trying to use the shield. Oh, and then
If you don't think you smell, you do.
make him lose the jump pack, but so what if he doesn't?
And the problem with BO smell too is it doesn't go away. It lingers. It lingers and lingers and lingers. Like, it just hangs in the air. Nose blind, yeah, like that one commercial. Yeah.
This is one of those situations. We shouldn't have been picking objective heroes. We should have been picking killing heroes.
Yeah, but even if you're nose blind to it, you know you haven't bathed in a while. This isn't like the old days where they didn't have running water in houses.
I know that's probably the worst choice of all the heroes we could have got just now.
For a Game Boy like the old big one, I think those are around $40. Next gen. The Game Boy Colors are like $35. What's up, Grammy? Those are like $35. But you know if you haven't bathed in a while, take a freaking bath. I don't know. I have to. I take showers every day. You should take a shower at least every other day. Every day would be preferable. I mean, I understand, like I don't have a problem as much when it's like an old person. I mean, old people can't. Sometimes they just can't every day because they're afraid they're gonna like slip in the shower or something like that. They just can't get up and down. But man, if you're young and you're fine, freaking take a shower. Take a bath. Hose yourself off. I don't care. Yeah, buy some cologne. I'd rather have too much cologne than BO. BO, too much cologne, at least it's cologne.
I think my Elgato's just getting old. I might have to get a new one because like today, even when I wasn't streaming, like just opening it, it wouldn't let me like click on the videos that I have saved on it. I think it's just like wearing down or something. I don't even know what that is.
You're working. That's a little different though. It's like not people aren't. I don't know. I guess if it's a parts store, I understand. You probably got a lot of mechanics though coming in that are middle of their day working like out in their garage. So do you line air freshener dispenser? Yeah, I mean I have like some of the things like plugged into the wall to keep the store smelling nice, but when you get a real stinky person, it just can't overcome it. Goodbye, sour. I like when people try to come in here and troll. You're not funny, dude. So what's everybody playing? The guy that was just in here a little while ago, is like, you could tell he's a big Xbox fan. Sorry if you're an Xbox fan. PUBG runs like complete hell on Xbox. What's up, Jonesy? It's pretty bad when women stink, yeah. You're waiting for Nerdy. Well, thanks for just killing time with me until Nerdy. It's cool. I close anyway in 12 minutes, so. No, well, I was talking about earlier before. God, I couldn't. I'm gonna have to burn that smell out of my nose tonight. The rumor is Microsoft wants to buy Valve, and they want to buy EA. Is the other. Mr. Puff and stuff. That's another rumor. Microsoft wants to completely buy the company that makes PUBG, so probably not. But if you've ever watched my channel for the longest time, I've been telling you just a hunch, nothing to base it on. I truly, honestly believe that Microsoft is not going to make any consoles after the Xbox One X, and if they do, it won't be a traditional console. It'll be more like a Steam box, but it'll be a computer, a Windows box. It'll be more of a computer. Yesterday rumors broke that they want to buy Valve, and they could. They have enough money. And I've been saying for the longest time they want to compete with Steam. They really aren't as big as competing in the console space. They don't care where they get your money. I think Microsoft, just a hunch, I think they're going to get out of the console business. They're going to try to compete with Steam, whether that means buy them or what. But they want to control the PC market. How would you feel, though, Never Dead, if Microsoft bought Valve? And if they buy Valve, I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, but I could see them trying to get people to sign up for Xbox Live on PC. They would basically just buy Valve for. They want their customers. They want access to all those customers. What's up, Keith? Nope, I've never checked Gamers Getting Played. I'll check it out sometime. You delete your Valve account? I would love to see it just to see the internet melt down for a day, and actually it'd be good for business. But I think it would be hilarious to see how people react to it. It's a real rumor that's out there right now, and Microsoft. They're predicted to be one of the first $1 trillion companies. They're going to have $1 trillion by within 2 years, maybe sooner. And King Boss, I did not get robbed at gunpoint. We almost did here. A guy was planning to rob us, but we were too busy at the time, and he got sick of waiting, so he robbed the store next to us. I am SUFC 34. I'm just going to call you S. Smith from now on. Valve would pay itself in props. Valve's worth about $4 billion right now. $4 billion. Microsoft is going to be worth $1 trillion. $4 billion to Microsoft is nothing. No, you'd still have indie fillers. No, there was a robber waiting outside, and he got tired of waiting for. We were busy at the time. Luckily, we were busy at the time, and he got tired of waiting, so he robbed the store next to us. I am packed. We are packing.
If you had spelled it right, I would have played as it, but yes, I am. But you tried.
A good robber has to have patience. What, are you planning on something, Mr. Puffin stuff? Everybody keep note of Mr. Puffin stuff. What would I do if it happens? It depends. I mean, I have a plan. I have a gun in the safe, and I have a gun here. I try not to use it. If somebody came in and they brandished a gun at the door, I'd probably just run out the back door and see if they could hit me on the run. But I'd probably just let them, get whatever they want. I'll just run out the back door. I'm not going to talk about my guns. That's how a lot of places get robbed. They break in from the ceiling. I worked at a bar. What's up, Zenfer? It's been a long time since I've seen you. I worked at a bar back in the day, and that's how they broke through the ceiling and robbed stuff and then went out the door. Monster Hunter sold well on PS4, not so much on Xbox. Actually, on PS4 we sold out, and we were out for a little while. It's the part I said this on Friday. I hate Friday releases. Friday releases suck for retailers, because you never know exactly how many you're going to sell. It's more of an educated guess of how many games you're going to sell. And with Monster Hunter, I felt pretty good with the number we had. We had a lot of Monster Hunters, but what happened was we ordered what we thought we would sell. Problem is like Walmart and GameStop didn't get very many, so they sold out. And then, some customers that normally go to them, they couldn't get them there, so they came to us, and then we ended up selling out. So, and what sucks about a Friday release date is we were out until Tuesday because most of our distributors are out, and the only one had it was out in California, and they wouldn't overnight it to us, so it was 2 day was the cheapest we could get it, so we didn't get any more till Tuesday. If stuff comes out on Tuesday and I sell out, I can order more for Wednesday. It's so easy to get them the next day because my one distributor is literally a couple hours from here.
just try to see how much you just.
I don't know why they're doing. You know, I think the thinking between the Friday releases is that that's usually when people get paid.
Shouldn't risk like that since we lose viewers and we're not.
So I mean, usually people get paid on Fridays. That's what they're thinking. But for retailers, it sucks. It really sucks. John, don't troll. I'm not even going to attempt to say that, John. You're out of work, Zen, for what happened? You're not working at the arcade anymore? Friday, just, I mean, personally, I don't. It just as a retailer, Friday releases suck for us. What's up, Dope Pixel? My only choice, like, oh, you quit. Oh, what happened? My only choice on a Friday, there's one distributor. I hope they have it in stock if it's a Friday release. There's the one distributor I can get overnight it for Saturday. I got to pay more though, and that kind of sucks. But there's one distributor if they have it, I can get it for Saturday. But they ran out too, so Monster Hunter was kind of sucked for running out. That's a good problem to have though. I'd rather run out than be sitting on a bunch. I'm just gonna ignore you, John. By the way, why don't you ask serious questions, John? Junt loves not owning games, by the way. Junt loves digital and not owning games.
Oh, he just knows what I'm talking about. Like, he knows, but doesn't know.
Had me busting tables? Oh, that's no fun. The Darwin Project on the black screen. I don't know what that means. Dope. Tech manager and you're bussing tables. Yeah. My favorite Atari 20, probably Kaboom. I don't know. I liked Atari 2600 back in the day, but nah, it wasn't my favorite system. Did GameStop person ever try to get a job at your store? Actually, almost every one of us worked for GameStop at one time. Everybody that works here. Actually, I worked King. I don't know. I worked for GameStop for like almost a decade, and when I left and started my own place, I poached a lot of the good employees that I hired. So most of the people that work here worked for GameStop at both my stores. I am, but I'll tell you what, I'm not ordering many because most people are already planning on just paying $9.99 for that Xbox Game Pass.
He backed up. These guys are dashing at the perfect time for me. Like,
Yeah, we repaired this, John. Gaming arcade machine. Don't know what. I'd go TMT over Simpsons. I like them both, but I like Turtles better. I'm a huge. Actually, I have a Turtles in my garage right now that I'm restoring. Does anybody? I know. Zinfer will know this and Junt will know this, but the difference. Do you know how you tell the difference between a TMNT arcade machine and Simpsons without the artwork or anything? Just by looking at the cabinet. I like Turtles. I like that. That's awesome. Right there. I like Turtles. That video is awesome. We have 2 stores, Puff and Stuff. There's not a date for it's not the joysticks, John. Really, John? Yeah, they all have shirts. There's a couple of them that have hats. This is our old shirt. The only thing is the Game Pass now. It's gonna have Sea of Thieves right on there. So if you don't want to buy Sea of Thieves, just pay $9.99 for that month, and you'll get it. You'll get to play it for that month. The difference, Zinfer, I can't believe you guys don't. 90s games. You're into the older stuff. Turtles is not stereo. It's only mono. So there's only one speaker. So there's only one speaker grill on the Turtles arcade machine. And Simpsons and the other games all have stereo. So there's two speaker grills. So that's how you can tell if it was a Turtles or a Simpsons. Turtles is the only one that is not stereo. The Turtles games. So yeah, I have a Turtles machine that I got. I'm just now starting to restore it. Adam's Family. I liked that game back in the day.
Who do I want the most out of the four heroes who kind of know are coming? Obi-Wan, probably Grievous out of all those.
Pinball machines are cool. They're just expensive.
Grievous and Obi-Wan.
We sold a lot of copies of Monster Hunter. I think you're asking, but mainly for PS4. It didn't sell real well for Xbox for us. I'm gonna keep streaming, but I'm gonna start closing up. So you guys, I'll keep answering questions while I close. Oh, closing time. Mad Max? I should have Mad Max. Thanks, Jones. This is my small store too. Mad Max. No, but if you go to our website, you can buy one. King Boss. If you go to ccgames.net, towards the bottom, you'll see our Teespring campaign. You can order our newer T-shirts, which are much cooler than these T-shirts. What's up, number one hippie? What's up, R2 Detard? I don't know off the top of my head for Titan Quest, Sophie. Sorry, man. Sorry. No, I don't really sell games online, number one hippie. I do sell some stuff on eBay and Amazon. Nerdy started streaming. Well, I'll check him out when I get home later. The prices are all on there. They're pretty reasonable. Zinver is getting better. It's getting better around here. John, Valve is going to sell to Microsoft. Watch it. It's just a rumor, but I can see it happening. I know it's your worst nightmare. It's most people's worst nightmares. I think it would be awesome, though. I just want to see the internet reaction if it happens. No, I don't do money orders. Gabriel hates Microsoft. Not in Lima. Sorry, Zinfer. Good luck, buddy. No, I don't do food scramps. And no Litecoin, no Bitcoin, no Litecoin. Jump, be careful if you're investing in that stuff. One day that stuff's all gonna crash. I'm all out of the Nintendo Minis, but they're making more this summer. The NES Classic and then the SNES Classic. I'm out at the moment. I'm hoping to get some more restocks soon. All right, see you, Chad. Enjoy your game before work. Yeah, the demand's lower because it's not Christmas time anymore. Nobody dumpster dives behind my store because we don't throw out shit like GameStop. And when I throw stuff out, I destroy it before I throw stuff out. Like if I throw out like a broken controller, I cut the cords off. I make sure you wouldn't even want to dumpster dive for it, because in the past I have had people dumpster dive and then they try to resell the shit you threw away to you, which is what people do at GameStop. So if people do dumpster dive, it's not worth it because all you're gonna find is a bunch of busted up stuff. I really bust stuff up. Yeah, that doesn't happen here. It wouldn't be worth it for you. Hey, what's up, Slip Jeff? Just gotta wait for my computer to back up now. How much does GameStop cost? I have no idea. I don't know what they're worth at the moment. They'll probably go out of business, and I give them somewhere under 5 years before they go away. How do I record this way? On YouTube, it just it automatically records. I don't hate PC. This is what I got at the store, though. I don't have a computer that I can stream off of at the store. Thanks, Slip. Also, Junt, by streaming this way, you get a lot of people that see you on PlayStation because they have this thing called Live from PlayStation. So you get a lot more exposure if you stream on the PlayStation. Junt, why do you always have to troll, man? Can you ever just be a cool dude? You always gotta be a troll? I could. Well, no, I have that blocked out, John. I put filters on. How do I deal with shoplifters? If you check my channel, you'll see one of the videos was a guy stole. I put him on blast on social media networks and got him busted. Yeah, basically cameras. I got security cameras everywhere. Here, I'll show you two of them. Well, there's one right there in the corner. There's one in every corner, basically. There's one up there. You can see it reflecting right now because it's kind of darker in here. They're night vision too, but there's cameras in every corner. No, I don't have the measuring stick by the door. But I mean, I know how big the door is, so you can estimate. What's up, Sergio? No one's ever fell. I'm telling them, I mean, there's cameras in every corner. I mean, you're not gonna. Yeah, we do have a website, but it's just basic information. ccgames.net. And we sell T-shirts on there, but our website's pretty lame. I'll be honest. Oh. A Mario theme store would be pretty cool. I don't sell the Space Invader wall art. I just have it. John, you have like a PhD in asking silly questions. I personally do at home, but I do not have one here at the moment. Sergio, yeah, I own this place, so yes, I love it. Yeah, the store's closed at the moment. I'm closing up right now. I'm doing the closeout. And I'm not gonna talk about politics on here. Sorry, because no matter what I like or I don't like, half the people are gonna hate me or like me. So I'd rather have everybody like me. So I'm not gonna talk about politics on here. Sorry, man. Like in the immortal words, Michael Jordan said, even Republicans buy shoes. So I'm gonna follow his lead and just not talk about politics. King Boss, nice. I am going to call it a night though. I gotta go home. So thanks for watching. I am off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, so I'll probably stream again on Friday. John, think up some more crazy questions.